Hello, IOP scholars. I'm Chris Lintott. I'm an astronomer here in Oxford and presenter of the BBC's Sky at Night. But I am first and foremost a physicist, and everything else follows from that fact and from the fact that I was inspired into physics, into astronomy, into science by a set of inspirational teachers. Mr. Rowbottom, then Mr. Veal, Ian Walsh, and many, many others are responsible for shaping the way I think and how I see the world. So, congratulations on getting to the end of your year. I'm sorry I can't be there with you to celebrate. I think we all deserve a celebration after the last few months. But I thought I wanted to say something to you about what happens when you learn physics, because I think that it's very easy to concentrate on the fact that your aims are to get your pupils to excel in exams, to get them the grades they need, to get them to show off their potential, and to use physics to go on and get the careers that they want, whether it is as a scientist or in a STEM occupation, or whether they're using the skills of critical thinking, of being able to look at a complex problem and distill it down to its essence, or it's the fluency with numbers and error estimation and so on. Use those critical skills that we know lie at the heart of physics in whatever branch of life your pupils go on to explore. But really, I think studying physics does more to you than that, especially when you're guided by somebody who really knows and loves the subject. When you get used to thinking like a physicist, the world appears different to you. The fact that the sky is blue makes sense. The fact that you notice how your bike wheel is oscillating becomes an interesting problem. Standing on the beach looking at the waves becomes a complex set of problems and ideas about fluid mechanics. And it sounds slightly like I'm joking, but I'm serious. I think once you start to see the world as a physicist, you can get joy out of these small, simple observations. So this is your task, not just to get people through exams, but to inspire them with a way of physical and scientific thinking. Your responsibility is to change how people view the world. And then, once that's happened to you, whatever you end up doing, your way is open to a lifetime of being interested in and fascinated by the universe and cosmos that we find ourselves in. Whenever I meet anyone who is interested, even a little bit, in our subject, whether it's a student in Oxford or somebody who comes up with, well, the most typical question I get is, do you know Brian Cox? But somebody who's curious about quantum physics or aliens or the latest European Space Agency mission to a comet or whatever it might be, or an amateur astronomer who's got a lifetime of enjoyment out of the sky. Most of those people, when you prod them a little, tell you stories about the teachers that inspired them. It all starts with that first encounter with physics and with the subject. So that's your goal, to inspire a generation to see the world like physicists. I wish you the very best of luck.